Morning folks, so it's Sunday. I'm going to go look for something to do. I've got about 5 hours of daylight and I'm going to hop over to the fairy pools, which is a pretty popular tourist attraction I think, but I never actually went there in the summer. I haven't seen them. I'm going to pop there now. It's only 20 minutes away. I don't expect it to be very busy, but we'll check those out. So I've just arrived at the car park for the fairy pools and something is going on with my split charge. My engine's on and there's no amps going to my leisure batteries. Don't understand it. It's a bit of a concern. What is that about? Starters at 14.4, but it's jumping around a little bit, which is a bit strange. Why is that not going to my leisure batteries? I need that to happen. Very weird. Just turn the engine off and it's not changing. Like normally this thing stops when you turn the engine off and it's still pretending to charge. What are you doing? Well, I've just discovered what was going on with the B2B. One of my many instruments had slid across and hit this breaker. Just turned it off. So that should be okay. Off I go down the path to the fairy pools. Not really sure what to expect, but it's actually pretty busy. There's a lot of people come out today. It's a pretty nice walk. Lots of little streams to cross. All the while looking at these bad boys. Whew. Excuse me. Well, I'm just walking back now, guys. That was a pretty nice way to spend the afternoon, to be honest. I didn't realise what this place was like. I'd heard about it. Those pools are absolutely beautiful. Like, they don't appeal to me right now, but if I had came here in the summer, they would have been so nice. The clearest water. The pools themselves look blue. Like, it looks very inviting in warmer temperatures. So yeah, I just got a little trek back up this path here, and the van is like there. Oh, and I can't quite believe it, but there hasn't been a drop of rain. Here's me and my waterproofs. No rain. I'm sure it's on its way. Hello all. So I'm back at the van, had some lunch, and I'm just thinking now about where to go for tonight. Wherever I end up, I'll be there all day tomorrow. And there's definitely a few spaces about, but they're pretty exposed or like a lay-by near a road. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a gamble. I also need 4G, so fingers crossed we find somewhere out the way with some service, and we'll be alright. Morning all. So I've ended up on the west coast of Skye at a place called Port Nelong Pier. It's a bit of a fishing village, I think. There's a few boats around, but yeah, this pier is pretty cool. They welcome overnight campers, and they're currently in the process of like doing it all up, so it's nice for people to stay. Right now it's a bit bare. There's a few containers and a picnic bench, but what more do you need? I was joined last night with another van just over there. His name's Stephen, and he's a bit of a YouTuber himself. He's got a channel called Country Van Life TV. So that was cool. We had lots to chat about. He's a little bit like me in that he's kind of travelling around in his van and filming stuff and taking his drone out. I actually saw him at the ferry pools with his drone. Didn't realise it was him until we got talking about it. But yeah, we both stayed the night here, just on the edge of this water. If I wanted to, I could sail out to sea. Weather's eased up a bit. It was very still last night. Got a good night's sleep. There's no rain. It's a bit of a breeze today, but no rain, which is nice. So yeah, I'm just sat here. I'm working this morning, and then in about an hour I've got to nip about 3 miles inland to a post office in Colbost to pick up some bits. And it's funny, the post office here closes at 12 every day, so I've got no choice but to go before dinner time to pick up these things. So that's next on the agenda. What did we get from Amazon? Well, I have a 12-volt charger for my drone batteries. If you know me, I hate inverters and I avoid them at all costs, and it was the only thing I was using my inverter for, charging the drone batteries. So got myself a nice little 12-volt version of that, so that's good. In here it's just a bunch of inline fuses, because I fitted some LEDs to the front of the van without a fuse, which was very naughty, and so I bought these straight away so I could get a fuse fitted. time. So yeah, nothing very exciting, but very important nonetheless. So much more simple. I love it. Good morning, guys. So I'm up near the top of the Isle of Skye, near a place called Dunvegan, and I've had the weirdest morning. I sat down to work and bang on 9:30 I get a knock on my door. So I open my door and there's this guy outside. He just starts asking where I've been, where have you come from, all this kind of stuff, like no hello or anything. It's pretty weird. I just thought this is like a really friendly guy that's into the van thing and wants to know what I've been up to. But he starts reeling off all these places like in mainland, like Loch Duick, Loch Lorani. Obviously I was like, oh yeah, I've been through those places. And what he was actually doing was waiting for me to say that I'd been somewhere where an event took place. Now apparently either his son or his friend's son has had their car smashed up by a van that matched the description of mine. In Shield Bridge area, he had a witness that had seen the van reverse into a car and cause £1,500 worth of damage. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was still waking up at this point. This guy was adamant that it was me because he'd found my Instagram and seen that I was in Loch Duick, which is fair enough. I said I was there, but I was absolutely not involved in some collision with a car. Like, I would know if that had happened, and I'm not the kind of person that would smash into a car and then drive off and post all these places I've been on the internet. Like, who does that? You know, he didn't seem that interested in what I had to say. You know, I said that's unfortunate, I'm sorry to hear that, but there's a lot of vans probably on the Isle of Skye that are white with 2 windows and a wheel on the back. I was thinking you can't go around knocking on people's doors accusing them of this kind of thing. Like, that's pretty serious. Although I wanted to help, like I said, I will cooperate. He didn't want any information from me, he didn't want my number. All he did was took my registration because he didn't have that. He'd seen it this morning and thought, oh, I'll take the registration of this van that looks the same. He asked me if I had insurance, and I said yes, but it's irrelevant because it's nothing to do with me. And I don't think he liked that. He said the police were involved and I'll expect a visit from them. But I mean, I live in a van and I'm moving around. Like, how's the police gonna come and chat to me? I can't see it happening. So I'd really like to stop thinking about this now. I just thought I'd tell you about that weird event. I'll try to forget about it for now and get on with my day. So I'll talk to you all soon. Hello again. So it's now 7:30 the same evening, and I actually have a bit of an update on the situation I just spoke about. I ended up emailing Police Scotland through like a contact form on their website, just letting them know what had happened, like with this interaction with this guy, and basically asking for anyone that's involved in this case to give me a call so I could talk to them about it. And I couldn't quite believe it, but about 2 hours later I get a call from the police, and this very friendly lady firstly asked me what van I had, and I said LDV Convoy, and I gave her the registration. And then she told me the vehicle involved in this incident was a Renault, not an LDV. So this guy was on a bit of a wild goose chase, and unfortunately I was one of his victims. But that was the end of that. This lady on the phone said, yeah, it obviously wasn't you, so don't worry about it. End of story. What a strange event to take place. And I'm actually still in the same spot. I'll be curious if this guy drives past again, and if he does, he can come and apologise, eh? Good afternoon, guys. Just thought I'd check in briefly. There's not been a great deal going on, apart from the random incident yesterday. I'm still up at the top of the Isle of Skye. I'm just working this week, so I'm not moving about that much. We had a couple of days of pretty nice weather. It's been like almost sunny and still. I got a bit of solar power yesterday, but that has come to an end and it is raining. It's kind of that nice rain. There's no wind, so it's vertical rain, but it's just consistent. It's not stopping and starting, it's just constant rain. It sounds nice on the roof. I can't believe I'm sat here just analysing the rain. Oh, this is what it's come to. Oh, and I've run out of milk. Oh. It's gonna have to be black coffee for lunch. That is unfortunate. That is the saddest thing to happen this week. Bit of a traffic jam this morning. God, they're everywhere. Morning, folks. So I have just arrived in Portree, Isle of Skye, after hanging out with another van friend yesterday, which is pretty nice. They even allowed me to get some washing done, which was a big plus, because my laundry pile was stacking up. I was incredibly thankful for, because I haven't managed to get any done since I left for Scotland. There is a laundrette here in Portree, and I would have used it. It's just a bit of a pain, like having to get all the change and stuff. But yeah, equally, if you bump into someone that has a washing machine and they offer to let you use it, you take them up on that offer. So I'm in a car park in Portree. It's a big car park. There's like motorhome spaces, and the main reason I've stopped here actually is because there are facilities for emptying toilets and filling up with water. It's only cost me £4 and I can park here for 12 hours, so that's pretty good. This afternoon I will be getting those jobs out of the way, empty the chemical toilet and fill up the water. What a perfect stop to get all those things done at the same time. And my washing's done. Oh, feels very good. Well, if you haven't guessed already, I am about to empty my toilet. Now, I fully understand that this probably isn't the most riveting YouTube content, but also I'm not trying to hide anything. You know, my main reason for doing these videos is literally to document van life, the reality of van life, and that's all the good stuff as well as the bad stuff. And this is probably one of the few downsides to van life. It's one of those things that you just have to deal with. You get pretty used to it. It's a quick job. It's just an unpleasant job. So feel free to look away at any moment, because I probably will be. Job done. How exciting was that? Annoyingly, that tap there is not drinking water, no surprise, but I'm sure there's fresh water around here somewhere. It says on the app. So, we'll go for a little wander, see if we can find fresh water tap. Nope, no luck. I can't believe this place has a black water disposal point and no fresh water tap. I bet that water's fine, it's just with it being used for the Elson point, I guess they tell people not to drink it, which is fair enough. So to be on the safe side, I'm probably going to have to find something else. But I'm actually empty. Got no lights, so my tap's going to stop working soon. That's about life. Right folks, so I drove 15 minutes up the road to the Old Manor store because this place has toilets and motorhome facilities including a fresh water tap. So I'm just going to go and check it out. I assume it's all open. There's absolutely nobody here, but there's a few lights on and stuff, so we'll go have a look. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Sorted. So to fill my tank, it takes about 3 of these, which is quite a bit of effort. Thankfully this tap is really close. I haven't got to lug a 20 litre container too far. Wow. It is so still. It's really nice out here. What a view. Well, it's been pretty decent weather here all day. It's been pretty clear, and I've just turned around and looked out my window. It's like a complete whiteout, and I can no longer see past the edge of this cliff. Just out of nowhere.